It is a pleasure and indeed a great honor to have met so many experienced educationists from various countries who have come here to discuss problems connected with education. Basically, the problem of educating the people is the same the world over. There may be variations in local conditions, regional peculiarities, and special requirements of countries, but the ideal of education is the same all over the world. Human personality and the development of human mind provide the common ground enabling educationists to make a comparative study of educational problems and try to evolve the ideal theory or system which would meet the changing requirements of the human society. The theory of education and its system have grown with human experience. It is essentially man's requirements and the resources at his command which have conditioned the system of education. From time to time, there was possibly a time when material resources had not so much to do with the imparting of instruction, or at any rate the spread of education. But these were also times when education was not looked upon as a universal need. The times have since changed, and with them the whole pattern of human society. The advance made in our knowledge, especially in the field of science and technology, have all but changed the scope and also, to a large extent, the immediate purpose of education. If in the past education was mainly a matter of personal attainments, it has now become one of your foremost social needs. Education is now believed to be capable of not only molding human understanding and character, but also to a large extent all social or national behavior. There is no wonder if education has come to occupy a foremost place in the nation. Building programs of all modern countries, the big change in human outlook can be brought about by education, so that the younger ones may grow up in new atmosphere of friendship and cooperation, and the older ones may realize the ultimate gains for human happiness. We have been encouraging this system by giving it a trial in all parts of the country. It may be too much for me to say that this system has been an unqualified success, but as far as I know, it may sooner or later come to be recognized as the only answer to our problem of education and literacy. We firmly believe that the inclusion of a little manual work in the school provides a fair chance to our students to meet a part of the cost of their education and at the same time creates in them a healthy outlook in life. We also believe that it will result in the many sided development of a student's personality. I am sure many of you have had occasion to know of the principles of basic education and its actual working in the country. Your views on the subject will be welcome and should be of help to us in improving the theory and practice of this system. I now close with a word of appeal to all the distinguished guests to keep in view not only the limited purpose of education of the individual but also to prepare the ground for the new world in which competition will have given place to cooperation and dedication to the service of all. Dear sirs, we have to draw your particular attention to the fact that our orders to you are constantly delayed. We take orders from our customers promising delivery at a time we might reasonably expect to receive the goods from you. In consequence of many delays during the last 3 months, we have been compelled to disappoint our customers. We have to bring to your notice that we ordered a special parcel in the first week of this month, which should have been delivered to us within a fortnight. But I am sorry to inform you that we have not received it till today, although a month has elapsed, with the result that our customers decline to have them. We ask you to take them back as it is no longer required. Several of our customers have complained of the undue delays in getting goods, and it is unfortunate that one or two of our best customers are much dissatisfied. Further, we have several times received goods not ordered. We therefore regret to bring these matters before you, but as they affect our trade reputation, we must ask you to remedy the state of things, which we complain that business relations between us may continue as friendly as they have been hitherto. As the matter is important to the trade, we shall be pleased if you will send us an early reply in this regard. Yours faithfully.